All right, let me cut the booze. We're starting with booze in this one, and I'll tell you why. Update 1.23 is out now. Yes, this patch dropped October 30th, and it's coming in at 3.84 gigs. If you're wondering what all this size is for, it's for my faction. So before you leave the video, listen to what I have to say. We have the WCW pack dropping in a couple weeks, November 13th, so look out for that. But in this one, we're going to focus on this new drop, which includes Kevin Owens with the head cap, hiding the hair when he was impersonating Stone Cold. And there's also other superstars that are coming with him. The other two is CM Punk as Roddy Piper and Rhea Ripley as Triple H with the DX shirt. Shout out to What's the Status and Witty for giving us all the latest, greatest news on these updates. And I'm still working on figuring out what else they came with this DLC update. Well, it's not really DLC. It's just really a pack update for my faction. But, at this point, it feels like DLC. So for CM Punk, while he does have the Hot Rod gear and the Roddy Piper animation, I gotta admit, he looks a little awkward. It doesn't match his face. His teeth look weird. It doesn't really match the real CM Punk. But the effort is there. It's cool to see them adding these unique versions of these superstars. It just sucks they're making us pay for it in these packs that are not even guaranteed. So this is what the artwork is going to look like. It's called the Alter Ego pack. Witty, I see you. Thank you for putting this out for us. Look, I'm a fan of the Persona cards, but the way that they're executing it, I am not. This is definitely a cash grab. There's no need for us to beat this into the ground. I know that's why I started the video with the booze, because the community is going to rip this one to shreds, and it's something to kind of look forward to, but not really at the same time, right? It's one of those weird instances where you can get excited for a particular Persona drop, like the CM Punk one that had the entrance music that we all love. But this one with Rhea Ripley does not have the DX theme, and it should, because she has the shirt and she has the jean jacket, which you will be able to utilize on Triple H. You can find it in the custom, the creation suite. You'll be able to access it there and put it on Triple H, but still, it doesn't matter because you don't have the DX theme song in the game if you're on console. If you're on PC, obviously there's a workaround. You could look it up somewhere. You'll be able to find it. But look, as cool as it is, it's just not enough for me. Honestly, it really is, especially when they're dropping these locker codes for us to, get enticed to wanting to rip packs. And, even though I do like the concept and I do want to enjoy the drops, it's just a cash grab. And it's the same thing every single time we get ripped off, even if we're putting, their locker code or spending some money. Sometimes you have to rip well over 10 to 20 packs or even some of their boxes, just endless amounts of cash. And it just doesn't guarantee that you're going to be picking these superstars up. So instead of beating this beat into the ground, I want them to ultimately listen to the fans. Don't be so tone deaf. Please, 2K. In 2K25, fix this. We're happy that you're adding these Persona cards. We're happy that you're adding the variations of these, superstars that we all love. We want this kind of detail to be added throughout the year to keep the game fresh. What we don't want is to feel forced to play the damn mode, right? And to spend so much cash. A lot of people are messaging me saying, hey, I wouldn't mind spending some cash as long as it was guaranteed and I didn't have to play this stupid My Faction stuff. And I'm like, wow. So a lot of people would be happy if this was its own DLC throughout the year, but packaged differently. And that just goes to show how the mind works. People want, to get good content and they're willing to pay for it as long as it's not hidden behind a paywall that is not guaranteed. So take that with a grain of salt. Honestly, they're going to go about it however the hell they want. As cool as I think it is, or as much as I want to criticize it and talk about this in every other video that we drop pretty much, the reality of the situation is that my faction seems to be a mainstay. And yes, we have the WCW pack dropping real soon. Yes, we have that to look forward to before the year's over. But on the road to 2K25, not only am I going to do some more wish list videos and some more breakdowns of what I would like to see change, I honestly just hope that all this talk doesn't fall on deaf ears, because if they're not reading into the community and they're not really considering switching it up, then 2K25 can very well be a major disaster. And we're seeing it around the industry. The gamers around the community in other genres are starting to wake up and realize that these companies are taking advantage of our fandom. So how is that going to play a role into the future of these WWE titles? That's what I want to see going forward, if I'm honest with you guys, because I am just sick and tired of making these videos where I have to be critical about the updates despite being excited for some of these new additions. I am excited. I do want to see Roddy Piper, CM Punk. I do want to see these alter egos. I just don't want it to be a pack that you have to rip and spend endless dollars on with no guarantee. You know, it's not about spending the extra bucks, because I bought the Bray Wyatt DLC, I bought the season pass, hell, we all for the most part bought the deluxe edition to have, you know, the extra content, even the WrestleMania bundle. So what are we talking about here? You already have our pockets, you know? Why are you forcing my faction? Why are we talking about this at the end of October? This should be free. This should be the time where you add updates to the game to get people to continue playing, to, you know, create hype and joy for the next game. And Lex, it's a business. Lex, they got to make their money. They got to monetize. They got to find ways to keep it fresh. They got to find ways to market the game. It's the holidays. They're putting the game on sale. I get all that stuff. That's the ugly side. I don't care. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of being a fan of the stuff they're doing, but wishing they just executed a little differently. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. So with that being said, man, more 2K content coming, more news dropping. Subscribe to the channel if you love wrestling, and I'll see you real soon. And we're going to be dropping some reviews for some of the stuff we've been watching on TV. Like, we got Crown Jewel, we got Halloween Havoc that just passed, TNA Bound for Glory. I've been watching all of it. I've been keeping up with it. So expect those videos and some more streams too. So yeah, I'll see you around. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.